it up for substitutes. Substitutes can be fucking rad, like. So yeah, but basically what I'm gonna do, I would step down and just let you sing, like serenade us, and have that echo off the canyons of the building. It's a true story. Yeah, okay. My name is Daniel Muchnick. First time, long time. First time at Talta, so I'm like kind of figuring out the vibe here. Long time Sierra Martin appreciator. Since we met last month. I'm gonna the sunset tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's like wine in the sky. All right, so hey, so I was like, I jumped in the last second, so I'm kind of like, what am I gonna do, right? But don't worry, I got you all covered. Okay, got this. All right. Can I? No, I can't take the microphone.
Sorry.
All right. Well, anybody here have a car in Brooklyn? Keep a car here on the street? Oh. Right. No, I mean, power to you.
Let us know when it's right.
Yeah, it's a grind with the new alternate side parking. Let me tell you. Yeah, for parking too close to a hydrant one night, I received a fat ticket, but to my delight, the license plate number had been written down wrong. So I cheered at the people who were passing along. But there had been something else with this ticket amiss, and how convenient said I upon noticing this. The ticket unfolded into a round coffee cup, and running down it were small squares, the kind you check off. And I thought somewhat strange. Would you like your milk to become cheese after 41 days? And had those exact words, and though weird they now seem, it all sounded like sense in the course of my... Anybody?
Dreams.
Dream? Okay, so that was about a dream. Yeah. So it's gonna be like, what's the twist?
I love the
What's it about? You know, a lot to unpack in that one. I issue fake achus, not for the tissues, but to amass a purely precautionary stock of God bless yous. Do you guys ever think about being immortal? And yeah. And I guess when we see like statues, and those are like attempts to immortalize somebody, right? So, statue will be made of me sitting in this position. Pen in hand, hand on chin, writing this inscription. A statue will be made of me sitting in this position. Pen in hand, hand on chin, writing this inscription. Statue will be, I'll be doing this for 7 days. By the way, 7 minutes? Is there like a flashing light? No? Okay. Alrighty. Sometimes the rain's coming down in exaggerated fashion. The strength of its force precludes any action. It ain't stopping. No, it ain't stopping, it's lasting. Cause you can't stop whatever kind of weather be happening. You better get that coat on and your buttons be snapping. You'll be wrung out and wetter than a river called salmon. You'll be wrung out and wet like you've been upriver rafting and collapsing off the boat and flowing down to Manhattan by the Hudson till we spotted and the people be laughing the way. Your body be moving like you be grooving and dancing, splashing, thrashing like you're back and from Marilyn Manson. So listen, take your umbrella and follow all that I tell you and see ya. I giant fly till you be down for whatever, my fella. You my fella. So what's this? I discovered the siren of myth here in our modern world. I sought her not, but found her still, confirming in no uncertain terms she exists. Yet a beautiful lady as myth described, she was not. She possessed no head, no hair, no limbs. There was, to be sure, nothing human about her. That is not what drew me in. The siren's hole was touch. Into the void of my attention she stole. Now battered on the shores of her prison I'm stuck. Came to her, subservient, it's become the hand that feeds. When she's gone, this rocky shore I'm on starts to crumble to the sea. But the confounding waves are the very same that carry me to freedom. Just the distance can expunge me from the need to heed her call. For despite all her necessities and despite all her delights, she just arouses in me enmity for her stranglehold of mine. At least though, she's not a mystery, no. Now I know her shape and name. With her rectangular glassy face that feeds you pleasure through the pain. And I know too I'm not the only one the siren's caught within her snare. Contraire. Every open palm, I see the signs of her wing. So what's that about? Okay. Oh yeah, you're the winner. How am I doing for time? Any of you from the suburbs? Woo! Yes. But you're here. Alright, you escaped. Any plans to go back? Well, here's what she's from the suburbs. Coming from the city, this place is quiet. But coming from the country, this place is sterile. Its life held back by the concrete. Home to naught but the lucky few who teem in and out of thin shadows cast by streetlights. The survivors in a world run down, remade in man's image, of a land cut up, distributed horizontally, crisscrossed by concrete, caught in between the gross audacity of the city and harmony found in the countryside humbled by the threat of what it could become. So the suburbs. Anybody see, you guys know I'm not joking right now. Anybody see these signs that have been posted around the MTA recently? Like, well, no? Okay, yeah. G-Train's not working this weekend. That's just like common knowledge. Everyone expects to know that. It says this. It says, by penalty of heavy fine, you're obligated to abide the latest rules just instituted by the MTA. They say, you must address your neighbor on the train. Begin by offering your name. You must relay what brought you in, the nature of your profession, something that troubles you, and anything exciting you. It needn't take you long, but every time it must be done, and if it isn't, you'll be fined or barred from taking future rides with thanks the MTA. So, now you know. Okay, last. I got the cue. The silence left the pit, and I fell into it without knowing where I was going, because the music trailed off slowly, and I only came to realize I was deep underground, not by the darkness, nor the dampness, but the absence of sound. Silence left the pit, and I fell into it without knowing where I was going, because the music trailed off slowly. And I only came to realize I was deep underground, not by the darkness or the dampness, but the absence of sound. This was really fucking awesome. Thank you so much for having me.